Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are going to tackle those tricky little French words for which and what. I know, they can be a real stumbling block, but I promise, in just the next few minutes, you're going to have this whole thing down. Let's dive right in.
So, does this look familiar? Yeah, if you've ever stared at these 4 words and felt completely lost, you are definitely not alone. They all sound almost the same, they seem to mean the same thing. It's honestly kind of frustrating. But the good news? There's a super simple logic behind them, and we're about to unlock it together.
So, what is the deal here? All 4 of these words can translate to which or what. The real puzzle isn't just why there are 4 of them, it's knowing when to use each specific one. And that is exactly what we're going to solve right now.
Okay, first, a little bit of grammar, but don't worry, it's easy. These words are called interrogative adjectives. It sounds way more complicated than it is. All it means is that they're question words that are attached to a noun. So in a phrase like, which book, the word which is asking for more info about the book. Simple as that. It's an adjective that asks a question.
And this, right here, is the absolute key to everything. The specific French word you choose depends 100% on the noun it's describing. Once you get this single connection, the whole system just clicks into place.
All right, let's officially meet the 4 words at the heart of all this. These are the only 4 you will ever need to ask what or which about a noun in French. That's it, just 4.
Everything boils down to 2 really simple categories. Gender, so masculine or feminine, and number, singular or plural. For a masculine singular noun, you use quel. For a feminine singular noun, you use quelle. For masculine plural, it's quels, and for feminine plural, you guessed it, it's quelles. That's the entire system, right there on your screen.
So see, no need to memorize a bunch of complicated rules or weird exceptions. It really just comes down to these 4 words. Feeling a little more manageable already, right?
Okay, so how do we actually choose between those 4? Well, this is where the simple, beautiful logic of French grammar really shines. It's all about one little concept called agreement. And this leads us to what I like to call the golden rule. The adjective absolutely must match the noun's gender and its number. They have to be a perfect match. Let's see what that looks like in action.
Let's take the noun livre, which means book. Now in French, livre is a masculine singular noun. So according to our rule, we have to use the masculine singular adjective, quel. So quel livre is correct. Saying quel livre is wrong because quel is feminine. It's a total mismatch. Let's try another one. The word for car is voiture. This is a feminine singular noun. So what do we need? The feminine singular adjective, of course. Quelle. Quelle voiture. It's that exact same logic. You're just matching the adjective to the noun. Okay, you have the theory down. You know the 4 words, you know the golden rule of agreement. Now let's put it all together and see how this works in some real sentences. So in this question, we're asking about the noun film. In French, film is masculine and singular, so we use quel. Quel fime tu aimes. See? Perfect agreement.
Now here, the noun we're focused on is couleur, which means color. Couleur is feminine and singular, so we have to use the feminine singular adjective quelle. Quelle est ta couleur préférée? You're starting to see the pattern, right?
Time for the plurals. The noun here is livre, or books. We already know that livre is masculine, and now we've made it plural. So we need the masculine plural form, quelles. Quels sont tes livres? Easy. And just to complete the set, let's look at chanson, which means songs. Chanson is a feminine noun, and in this case, it's plural. So we just grab our feminine plural adjective, quelle. Quelle chanson écoutes-tu? And just like that, you're 4 for 4.
So really, you can boil this entire thing down to a simple 3-step process. First, find the noun in your question. Second, figure out its gender and number. And third, just pick the matching adjective from our list of 4. That's your mental checklist every single time you ask a question.
Okay, let's do one final, super quick review just to make sure all of this really sticks. This is your main takeaway.
Let's lock it in one last time. For masculine singular, you use quelle. For feminine singular, it's quelle. Masculine plural is quelles, and feminine plural is quelles. You know, when you see it all laid out, it's a beautifully simple and organized little system.
And there you have it. You've really gone from that initial confusion of seeing those 4 similar words to having the confidence to know exactly which one to use, and more importantly, why. You've genuinely got this.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought, using the very grammar we just covered. What is your next question? Because now you actually know how to ask it.